guys, so I've been getting a lot of questions about how digital marketing all fits together, and there's so many different elements. There's SEO, there is social media, there is Google ads, there is Facebook ads, there's email marketing, you name it, it's out there. And it's really important to understand how they all fit together to achieve your goal. So I thought, why not crack out my trusty whiteboard that I've been using since time immemorial and explain it to you in a really, really simple way. So, the main hub of most people, it might not be yours, the most people's hub where they want to bring all of their prospects and customers to is their website. That's the main area that people go to find out more information about your products and to get in touch. Yes, they can send you an email, yes, they can send you a LinkedIn message, but most often than not, they want to go and find out who you are, what you do, what services you offer, and they'll use your website for that. So if we put your website in the middle of here, right, that's your number one area that people are going to find out about you. So the whole process of digital marketing is to funnel people in to your website, okay? So let's look at the different ways we can get people funneled into this. So, for example, the first way we'll look at is SEO. What does SEO mean? SEO means driving traffic from Google, the world's largest search engine. Little piece of information you might not know, YouTube is the second largest. So driving traffic from Google, where people are actively searching for what you do. So say, for example, you are an estate agent and you are selling properties to people looking to buy property in the Hungerford area. So you want to come up on Google when people search for property for sale in Hungerford, as an example. So you would send people from Google using SEO to your website. Now, your website will not automatically rank you for house for sale in Hungerford, just so you know. You will need to implement some sort of search engine optimization strategy to get them to get the algorithm to understand what you're trying to rank for, why you deserve to rank for that, and to make sure you're listed on page 1. So the first thing you need to do, get yourself listed on Google, means using SEO to make sure you comply against over the 200 algorithm signals that Google deploys. Yes, it is quite the challenge, hence people pay me to do it for them so they don't have to worry about it. First way, send traffic from Google to your website. That means SEO. The second way you can get more people to your website is using social media. Social media is pretty straightforward, using the platform where your customers are most likely to hang out. So going back to your buyer persona, we're looking at, are your customers most likely to be on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Instagram? And I know there's tons of others out there, but let's just stick with those for now. So which social media platform or platforms are your customers likely to hang out the most? Focus on no more than 3, otherwise you'll just end up getting overwhelmed. And then how do we create a strategy to drive people to your website from social media? So that could be the form of blog posts that we link to from Facebook to the blog post that's held on your website. It could be infographics, it could be a whole range of things, but we're trying to get people from social media onto your website. Now, where do I sit with that? I help people create strategies and implement those strategies. So I actually dig in and do creating the content myself to drive people from social media to your website. So here we're taking people social media to the website, search engine to the website. Okay, third way of doing it, email. So let's say you've already got a list of customers that have bought from you before, or a list of customers that are interested in buying from you, but they're not quite ready yet. What we can do is create an email marketing campaign where we drive those people to your website. So for example, again, linking to a blog post, or perhaps linking to a short video on your website, or linking to a specific section. So for example, a particular product you wanted to highlight that month, or a particular service that you want to highlight that month. So here it's sending existing prospects and existing customers from email to your website. You can, if you want to get really techie, but depends, I don't know how far down the sort of funnel you are in terms of knowing about digital marketing. Here you can create a funnel, and what a funnel is taking traffic from SEO or social media, so for example from Google or from Facebook, and funneling them onto your email list by asking them to sign up for something. So it could be, for example, subscribe to our latest newsletter, or sign up to our webinar, or sign up to receive a free download. So you get people onto your email list using these, so driving traffic from here, instead of driving to your website, driving to your email list, and then your email list drives them from there onto your website. So a little bit more complicated, but that's another way you can use email. And again, I help people create email marketing campaigns to do this. And the final thing that I would recommend you do is a bit of advertising. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go out and have tons of billboards out in the world and have, you know, loads of little random ads everywhere on television and things like that, because that just costs a bulk load of money. And quite frankly, you can't target who's ultimately clicking on those, or who's ultimately seeing them or doing anything with them. You can't target that. So ads, I would recommend we have Facebook and Google. Now, when I say Facebook and Google, what I mean is Facebook ads, Google ads. Now, what you can do is you can pay Facebook and Google to go out and place your ad in front of their community for a fee. So within Facebook, what you can do is you can say, right, I know I'm getting a decent amount organically, that means just without paying, through Facebook. However, through doing my social media efforts, however, I want to really ramp that up. So what you can do is you can pay for Facebook ads to say, right, I want to target, let's say, for example, you're a technology company and you're selling software to CEOs. So you can target Chief Executive Officer or CEO as a job title within Facebook, because people put their job titles in Facebook, and that means Facebook can target those job titles. So you can target CEOs within, I don't know, let's say the UK in general, but you can do really narrow if you want. You can even go down to street addresses. How mad is that? But anyway, Facebook ads target CEO in the UK and interested in software or technology, and you can even list your competitors. So you can go after people that may not have had the best service from your competitors, or who are considering your competitors but are looking at their options at the moment. So you can target based on so much targeting criteria to make sure only the people that are genuinely going to be interested in your product or service click that button. So there's no wasted money. Target using Facebook, by the way, incredibly cheap compared to other advertising platforms and hugely beneficial in terms of targeting. And you can also do Google Ads. So Google Ads are a little bit more expensive, but there's a higher intent there. What I mean by intent is on Facebook, you're kind of scrolling through your feed, and if you see something that's interesting, you're likely to click on it. That's great. However, within Google, someone's actually taken the time to go onto Google and search for what you provide, or search for something around what you provide. So say, for example, you run a gardening company, someone might have searched for a gardener in Hungerford, for example, and they are likely to be interested in getting a gardener to do some work. So the intent there is they're interested in buying from you potentially. So within Google, you can target those intent phrases. So let's call them keywords. So you can target gardener in Hungerford, gardener Hungerford, gardening Hungerford, and all of those keywords that people are likely to use when they're searching for what you do, ultimately as a gardener, providing gardening services in Hungerford. And here, where you've got SEO driving traffic organically from Google, again, that means unpaid. So that means traffic that you're just naturally getting through having an amazing website that serves your audience and the user base for those keywords that they're searching for. You can also drive more traffic using Google Ads to make sure that you appear on page 1 or page 2, because you're paying to be there, assuming your website is quality and you've got a high quality ad, which encourages Google to put you on page 1 or 2. So it might be that with SEO it takes you sort of between 3 and 6 months to get onto page 1. And it might be that with Google Ads, you can get there in a couple of days with some budget behind it. So there's a little bit of a time frame here as to how much you want to scale, how quickly, and how much that cost is likely to be. But all of these different elements, SEO, social media, email marketing, and advertising, all feed back in to your website. So digital marketing ultimately is about using different strategies from different places to bring traffic back to your website, and then ultimately the holy grail is they go from your website and they contact you or buy, right? Either or. So that in a nutshell is digital marketing, and that's how they all fit together. Now, obviously, if you want to get really complicated, we can start going, well, SEO, social media signals for SEO, so them two are linked because Google likes websites that have been shared across the web, because they're obviously authoritative and obviously useful, otherwise why else would people share them if they weren't useful? So there's social signals, so those two are linked. And then you could say, well, you know, emails linked with social media because we got people onto the list from social media, and actually our email marketing might be drawing people to our latest Twitter post, so that's linked. And then email marketing and ads, it might be you're trying to get people into your funnel, so your ad is trying to achieve that purpose, and so on and so forth with SEO. So it's all kind of linked together, but ultimately there's four main components. Obviously there's online PR and every other industry you can think of. However, for me, this is where I focus on trying to drive traffic to your website and ultimately to achieve your goal. If you've got any questions about that, if you just want to have a chat with me because you didn't quite understand something, or this is all just a bit too confusing for you because you haven't even started with digital marketing in your business yet and you're really keen to understand it but you just need a little bit of advice, feel free to shoot me a message or send me an email, natalie@successfulmedia.com, and I'd be more than happy to chat this through with you and get a little bit more understanding of your business and how I can help you drive that forward. My little puppy, bless his heart, is jumping up at me, bless him. So I'm gonna have to shoot. So I hope you found this really, really helpful, and we will say bye-bye for now, and hope to speak to you soon. Thanks.